I've seen some of the replies that Robert Vadra's lawyers have been sending. I don't find them satisfactory. Let me say that. Sambit Patra, welcome. Let's debate. Are we ready to debate tonight? Sambit Patra, Sanjay Hegde, Kumar Ketkar, Ratan Sharda. Let's debate. Now, I'm not satisfied with the replies that have been sent by Robert Vadra in this case. If Robert Vadra is found guilty of having Benami property, and that's an important if yet on the program, then does the Congress party need to take responsibility for it? Kumar Ketkar.
I don't know whether Robert Vadra is a member of the party. I don't know whether he is actually an executive member of the party.
But he's part of the Gandhi family.
I don't know whether he holds any post.
But he's part of the Gandhi family.
There are so many.
The Congress is the Gandhis and the Gandhis are the Congress.
There are so many families of BJP and RSS whose children are communists.
So you're saying the Congress party should not be held responsible for Robert Vadra's
RSS father and mother who actually have communist children,
to that, sir.
How can you have entire family belonging to one party?
No, but there is
I can cite to you 100 examples where there are...
I think you should respond, sir.
He's
talking about the RSS.
How can you hold a family responsible?
No, 1 second. Let him reply. You know what? Sambit, I'll come to you. Ratan Sharda. 1 second. Ratan Sharda, please. Sambit, I'm going to come to you in a minute. Yes, Ratan.
Mr. Ketkar is trying to diversify, divert the issue.
No, he's bringing family. I'm not diverting. He says because he's a family. I'm not diverting at all.
Isn't he part of the Gandhi family?
If RSS family has a communist child,
hear him, please, sir.
If RSS family has a communist child, if RSS family has a communist child, does that make RSS parents?
There is a difference.
Okay, 1 second.
The difference. You have been.
I don't think.
Sir, please let him reply, sir.
Ratan Sharda is replying. We are a democracy. We are a democracy where every individual.
Don't try to bring RSS in. There is no issue. I am saying diversion tactics will not work.
Every individual has a right to become member. Not to become
does every individual
has a right?
Does every individual have a right to explain how a 40 crore property has chandeliers and chimneys which have been changed at allegedly his behest?
As an individual, he should answer. As an individual, Vadra should answer.
He belongs to one of the strongest, biggest, most strong political family. He belongs to a family that has ruled country for decades. So naturally, he is peddling influence. If you go to Delhi, ask any real estate agent, I have seen that, they would tell you in hush tone what's going on in Delhi and around Delhi. So you don't have to sit here and pontificate. You may be fine as a Congress spokesperson. But don't try to revert. He belongs to a family which family controls really huge, all kind of ruling apparatus. So he is responsible. Family will be responsible.
Sambit Patra.
Sambit, you are referring to Congress.
Yes.
You are referring to Congress party.
Yes.
And the question that Arnab asked isn't Congress responsible? Isn't Congress involved? How can Congress be involved? Vadra is involved.
Gandhi family or
Vadra is involved. Let Vadra be tried. Let Vadra be tried. Let Vadra be investigated. Let Vadra be punished. How can you bring family and the party?
Sambit is replying. Sambit is replying to...
I'll reply you, Mr. Ketkar. Mr. Ketkar, you seem to be more worried and you seem to be more stressed than even Mr. Robert Vadra.
No, I'm not.
On behalf of Robert
Vadra. Don't unnecessarily insinuate.
Sir, no, let me
Samprit, don't insinuate. I have nothing to do. As long as I am not going to be arrested, I don't care.
Mr. Ketkar, I know you do not care, but please don't protect Mr.
No, why are you trying to insinuate the things don't exist?
You call yourself a journalist. Why do you have to speak for Robert Vadra? Why do you have to speak for even the Congress or the Gandhi family? Don't defend them.
I am not speaking on behalf of Vadra. I am not defending Vadra.
What have you been doing right now?
I am not defending Gandhi family. I am not defending Congress.
Robert Vadra and you started speaking about RSS.
Let Vadra be investigated. Let Vadra be investigated, arrested, and
Viewers, let me explain. Let me not imagining things. Kumar Ketkar, tolerance tonight, please. Tolerance.
He has to be tolerant.
No, you must also be tolerant to his point of view. Okay, be tolerant to each other. Okay, be tolerant to each other. Okay, what's
defending Vadra?
Are you?
Remember, I am not defending Vadra.
Are you going to be tolerant to each other on the program?
Congress. I am not defending Congress. I am not defending.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Okay, you are not defending. Okay.
Can I say one thing?
So cool down.
Yeah, come.
If you're not defending, you don't have to shout.
Yeah, 1 second.
Let me come in. Now, number one, Number one, Mr. Ketkar saying that why do you have to drag the family? Why do you have to see Mr. Robert Vadra along with the family of the Congress? Let me tell you why. I replied you once today, let me reply for the second time. Because Caesar's wife has to be above suspicion. Robert Vadra is not just another common mango man as he calls all of us. He calls all of us as mango men. He is not a mango man. He is from the family that has been ruling this country since long, a family which is of relevance in Indian politics. So naturally, if you enjoy the perks, the entitlements of power, you are supposed to answer to the people of this country as well. And since we have seen many of his wrong deeds, today yet another wrong deed of his crops up, though I am not privy to any report, but the media has come up with the report which speaks of his misdeeds. So we are discussing it, Mr. Ketkar, and few points which are intriguing, which are disturbing is, number one, Sanjay Bhandari, the central person in this whole debate, when he was asked, as per the reports by the investigating authorities, saying whether this London house belongs to Robert Vadra or it does not belong to Robert Vadra, he chose to be silent, replying that, well, I will talk to my lawyers and reply back. The simple question is, if it did not belong to Robert Vadra, if it was as straight as that, Mr. Bhandari would have said, no, it does not belong to Mr. Robert Vadra. There would have been emphatic no. A silence is always accepted. Number two, there are emails. So the report speaks. There are emails between Mr. Vadra and one Mr. Sumit Chadda, who is assistant of Mr. Bhandari. And in this email, it is all about furnishing the house that Mr. Arnab Goswami has just been showing through his reporter. The huge bungalow, the mansion in London, in centre of London. Why does Mr. Robert Vadra wants to get it furnished? And one email, as per the media report, states that Mr. Chadda saying to Mr. Vadra, well, we are furnishing the house, we are getting all the chandeliers and all, but the money has not come to us. And Mr. Vadra replies back, oh, well, I'm surprised that you have not got the money. Please stay in touch with one Manish, who is my executive, and he will see to it that the money reaches to you. Why should Mr. Robert Vadra be so concerned about money, for furnitures, for kind of
Sanjay Bhandari, at that point of time, the only argument that is left at this stage tonight, therefore, is that Robert Vadra is generally into aesthetics. Robert Vadra likes nice houses. He's into chandeliers.
He likes real estate.
He likes. We know he likes real estate. That is established. And he likes real estate in Haryana. Now he likes real estate in London. Allegedly. I'm putting the word allegedly. Now the question is, why would Robert Vadra? No, Navika wanting to come into the... Maybe one argument can be put, because right now there is Sanjay Bhandari sitting next to you thinking, what legal argument can I bring to this? So I'd say one possible legal argument that you can present here is, what exact link can you prove between the chandelier and Robert Vadra? Until you prove that there is a link between the chandelier, the chimney and Robert Vadra, you can't really accuse him of anything. Yeah, go on.
Arnab, that's the email of 4th of April 2010, which is replied and signed by Robert. It's sent by a Vadra email, and that Vadra email, which is not being disclosed by tax authorities, is being investigated by tax authorities, whether it is Vadra's own email or not. So that investigation is on. But look at what all has been investigated and sent to this particular email. What they have said is Sumit Chadda is none other than the niece's husband of Sanjay Bhandari, and he is writing emails to Robert Vadra's account. And Robert Vadra is told that we are not doing this business of providing chandeliers, window sizes, paintings, and what to do with the fireplace in 12 Ellerton House, Brampton Square. We are waiting for some payments today. To which Robert Vadra, supposedly Vadra, because it's signed Robert, he says that I will look into it. I thought the details had been settled. I did not know that you have not been paid for this. And he says, my assistant Manoj Arora will be in touch. And subsequent emails are of Manoj Arora discussing all the details of payments made for all these fixtures. So question is, Robert, who is this Robert? Why is the email going out from a Vadra account, and is Vadra responding to all the details of the chandeliers, the fireplace, as well as the window sizes, and all drawings and attachments are sent in that email? Why was Robert Vadra so interested in this address 12 Ellerton House if he didn't own it?
No, one sec. It's an interesting situation here. Viewers, consider this. Sanjay buys the house. Sanjay buys the house, but Robert places the chimneys. Okay? Sanjay buys the house. But Robert decides what carpets are to be bought there, what curtains are to be bought there. Listen to me. Listen to me. Sanjay, Sanjay, not you, Sanjay Hegde.
Oh, yeah.
God,
sorry.
I don't know what is happening to you now. Don't worry, don't be, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, don't be so much on the back foot here. Relax. I haven't even introduced the empty chair. My friend, the empty chair. My friend, the empty chair is still very much there. Tonight I offer Robert, are you serious, Vadra, an opportunity to sit on the empty chair. There it is. Yes, please. By the way, let's put it on live. The empty chair has come back on the program tonight. Sanjay Bhandari, no more one-liners on the empty chair. Viewers, I ask you for your one-liners on the empty chair. When you see this chair, what comes to your mind? This chair is owned by the Congress party. This chair belongs to the Congress party. This chair has been designed by the Congress party. And this is the Congress party's answer to the reports doing the rounds about whether Vadra is linked or not to a very expensive property in London. Viewers, write me your pros about what you think of when you see the empty chair tonight. Sanjay Hegde, in October 2009, a Dubai firm by the name of Mayfair Properties FZE purchases a London property at 12 Ellerton House, Branston Square, which costs around 40 crores, sells the same in 2010. There are emails exchanged, Navika can correct me if I'm wrong, emails exchanged between Sumit Chadda, a relative of Sanjay Bhandari, and a particular Robert and his supposed executive assistant Manoj Arora in the period of October 2009 and 2010. Then, in March 2010, there is an email exchange when Sumit Chadda writes a report on renovations, fireplace and architectural drawings regarding the London house to a certain Robert. There's another email from Sumit Chadda in the same month that is sent to Robert who says, I don't do this commercially, I do this as a friend, I want to know what are the arrangements for payments. On October 4th, 2010, this particular mysterious character called Robert, this fellow called Robert, and we are only saying, is this Robert Vadra? Is this Robert Vadra or is this Robert XXX, Robert Y, Robert Z, Robert A, Robert BC? I do know that it's not Robert De Niro. I don't even know whether it's Robert De Niro.
We don't know.
But we have a right to know. The nation wants to know whether this is Robert A, Robert B, Robert De Niro or Robert Vadra. All Robert Vadra has to say, it's not me, it's Robert De Niro. We take that, we print that as well. Now the question tonight is, on April 4th, 2010, this mysterious Robert sends an email saying, I didn't know this was not settled, I will look into it, my secretary will be in touch. The subsequent email is between a person called Manoj Arora. I don't know of any Robert De Niro assistant called Manoj Arora. Do you know of a Robert De Niro assistant? Does Robert De Niro have an assistant called Manoj Arora? I don't know. But there are emails between Robert's assistant Manoj Arora and a person called Sumit Bhandari. And they're about curtains and renovations to this London property. Sanjay Hegde, now present your whatever you have left of a legal argument. By the way, Sanjay, no, I haven't finished. I haven't finished. Sanjay Bhandari is being investigated by the Central Bureau of Direct Taxes for the unusual growth in his business in the past few years. He's gone underground. He's an arms dealer. Please, what's the defense?
Okay. See, you haven't made a legal case yet. Unless you can say that the firm, that the company which bought the property or the company which subsequently bought it in 2010, either of them belong to Robert Vadra.
Agreed.
That's point one. Now, second is what you have bought is some kind of indication that Robert Vadra had an interest in the house. He had an interest in the design, the fireplace, the curtains, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Look, there are several ways where such things happen.
Sambit,
for instance, whenever I buy a small flat, it's a friend of mine who helps with the design. There are friends who give me a lot of suggestions.
One second. No, stop right there. Stop right there, and I have a question to ask you. Stop right there, and I have a question to ask you. Take a counter question.
Unless you can say that Robert Vadra paid money from this account to so-and-so and said, okay, here, he spent money. Then he has to account for it.
Right. Okay.
But right now, you don't have a case. You may think you have a case. You may have suggested facts, but you don't have a case as yet.
Now listen to me. Can I say something here? I know many attributes about this fellow called Robert Vadra. He's a model.
You have lots of friends. I don't.
No, listen to me. I know. I choose my friends. I choose my friends carefully.
Why Sanjay should defend
Just a minute. I know many attributes through general reading about this fellow called Robert Vadra. He's a model. He's a budding politician. He wants to serve the country. He's also occasionally assaulted or threatened to assault reporters. So he's a potential assaulter. He's fundamentally involved in real estate of all kinds, especially some real estate in a party where Congress is in power in Haryana, right? And he has interest in certain big real estate companies. I'm not mentioning them, we all know. The question is, he's also likes to threaten people, he's a budding politician, etc. But since when did he become an interior designer, yeah?
दोस्ती के लिए कुछ भी करेगा. He started off life as a designer, if you remember.
Oh.
He used to go all over Delhi. That's why.
Mr.
That's what
Sanjay,
I read
you are
about.
making yourself a laughing stock.
Come on now, come on. I think Ratan Shah, that's somebody.
Hegde is such a fine legal mind.
I'm only telling you,
you are making yourself a laughing stock.
I'm telling you that
you are not fighting a case in the courts, Mr. Sanjay Hegde. You are here debating something. You are making a joke of yourself. Such a fine mind.
Explanation.
What kind of retainership you got for such a useless case?
Give me a hard fact.
Mr. Hegde, give it up. It's a waste of time. Your talent.
Did he own the property? What do you have in terms of property?
There's such vacuous arguments.
What do you have in terms of ownership of those two companies?
Okay.
Either the company
that
sold it
or
the company that bought it.
A fighter of honesty, a fighter for
I'll tell you, very interesting. We've been seeing the replies that have been sent by this fellow. What's his name? Robert Vadra's lawyers. Robert Vadra's lawyers sending replies to various media houses, and I don't know if Rhythm is on with us yet, but it's very, very, very cautiously drafted. They deny that Vadra has any business dealing with Bhandari. So the line of deniability is there, right?
Business deal.
Right. The line of deniability is there. But there's no denial of Vadra knowing Bhandari. The big question is if deals of Bhandari were brokered by Vadra.
You should also ask how many people does Mr. Bhandari know?
Exactly.
I'm told that he knows several people in the BJP, including some spokesmen.
Oh.
Not Sambit. Sambit, that's not you.
Sambit Patra.
He's not working for them, Mr. Hegde.
Sambit Patra, please. Okay, one second. Counter accusation being put by Sanjay Hegde, which is what the rumor mills in Delhi are also saying. They are saying that, you know what, this person, Sanjay Bhandari, was in touch with several people. Allegedly, the name of one BJP person is repeatedly coming up as somebody who knew this guy. But I don't know whether this BJP person also had interest in a particular house in Ellerton Square or Mayfair or Oxford Street.
That house may be elsewhere, or he may not have design problems.
Bring it on, Mr. Hegde.
No, but the argument, but the discussion.
Let's get solid facts.
You are not saving
Let Sambit reply.
Can I come in?
Sambit, yeah. Yeah, Sambit.
Let's have some hard facts over here. Arnab, each one of you have been very cautious in this by saying that it's all allegedly, it's all ifs. Yes, because we do not have the solid structure over here, all because only a tip of the iceberg about the facts are known. The whole facts probably are not in the domain of discussion, and it should not be. Secondly, look, I mean, what I derive from here is that one of the points in the so-called emails that the media is talking about, they say that the investigating officers question this broker, this power dealer, that is Sanjay Bhandari. No, not Sanjay Hegde, Sanjay Bhandari, let me correct you. Sanjay Bhandari. And this Sanjay Bhandari says that, well,
not Dr. Patra, not Dr. Global. That's exactly.
Yes. Does this property, upon a specific question, does this property belong to Robert Vadra? He chose to be quiet. He could have easily said, no, it is some other Robert. Because, Arnab, you have been saying right from the very beginning, and the premise of the Congress is, maybe it's some other Robert.
If somebody asks me something about Sanjay Bhandari, and I keep quiet,
listen,
is anything proved against Sanjay Bhandari?
Sanjay was patiently waiting.
Just be logical.
Sanjay was patiently waiting. Hear me out.
If I remain quiet, when somebody asks me something about Sanjay Bhandari, is something proved against Sanjay Bhandari?
Okay, done. You have done your thing. Well, let me continue.
I'm asking you a question.
The question is, over here, it is not about Robert or who this Robert Vadra is. The question is who the robber is. Who has robbed the country of its important money? Who has misappropriated the money? Now, if Robert Vadra has not done that, why is Sanjay Bhandari not giving him the cover fire? Why is he not saying, no, it is not this Robert Vadra, it may be some other Robert. At a particular time, I will disclose which Robert it is. That, upon a specific question, Sanjay Bhandari chooses to be quiet, saying that I'll refer to my lawyer, speaks volumes. Speaks about the truth. And I think Mr. Sanjay Hegde, who's a lawyer, should read into this. Why are you not reading it?
Let's not be facetious about this. It's a serious debate. It's a serious debate on tonight. Let's not be facetious about it tonight. And 1 minute. Sambit Patra, several questions now emerge. The questions which emerge, and I want to go back to Navika on this. The question is, did Sanjay Bhandari, who is under investigation by the CBDT, have any links with a person called Robert Vadra? A. B, was there any email between people linked to Sanjay Bhandari and people linked to Robert Vadra in relation to a London property? 3, is there a property in London that binds Sanjay Bhandari or Robert Vadra, or is there none? D, if there is a link, why would Robert Vadra have links with an alleged arms dealer? He simply has to explain that, which is why we've asked for specific replies. He's not replying. My question is, did at any point of time, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, directly or inertly, right, by being fed or on his own volition, rightly or wrongly? You want me to add any more legal caveats to this? Sanjay Hegde, I can, but I'll stop right here. Did he, in such manner or circumstance, write any email to Sumit Chadda, relative of Sanjay Bhandari, regarding decorations refurbishing of a property in London? Did Sumit Chadda send him drawings of an apartment?
He did.
Yes,
on the
that's
4th
the question.
of April 2010.
Yeah.
So
that's
what?
What do you mean, so what?
April
That's the question. Yeah.
After
So what
a
of that?
What do you mean, so what? What is so what to that? Yeah.
So
Sanjay,
what?
he was discussing the payment. He was discussing the mode of payment. He was okaying the chandelier designs. He was okaying the window sizes. He was okaying the paintings that were coming into the house. He was okaying the location of the fireplace in that house. Was he doing it on behalf of somebody? Was he making the payment
in
himself?
my house, when there are changes, my interior designer then approves.
Listen to me. No, Sanjay Hegde. Sanjay Hegde, no, we have to be more factual than that. 1 minute. Sanjay Hegde, hold it right now. Sanjay Hegde, listen, let's not be facetious in the course of this debate. Let us not be facetious in the course of this debate. The explanation that needs to be given, and I'm afraid there is no way.
No.
Sanjay, listen, no more no-nos, yeah. Listen to me. Listen to me, Sanjay. Sanjay, you remember Kalmadi?
That's the subject matter of investigation.
Sanjay Hegde, remember, Sanjay Hegde, remember Kalmadi. Remember Raja. Remember Adarsh. Remember Kargil for Profit. Remember SL Maxis. And if possible, tonight remember
everything.
Tonight remember because if there is any culprit for breaking those stories, it was us. And tonight, therefore, don't speak over me and think calmly. Think calmly 1 second tonight. Just a minute. Think calmly tonight and don't interrupt me right now. Don't interrupt me. Think calmly tonight.
It's your show.
That someone's no. Logic is smarter than lawyers. I've always believed so. The second point is flapping your hands about and saying, no, listen, I'll tell you, politicians flapping their hands about and saying, we'll attack you, we'll pressurize you. And by the way, that empty chair, testimony of pressure. Let's put that empty chair on tonight to remind those people who like to put pressure that it's going to hit them back. That's the new media tonight. Viewers, I ask you to write prose about the Congress Party empty chair, and I go back to the subject. Listen, nobody is saying that it's Robert Vadra. All that needs to be explained is that were emails sent in March in which Sumit Chadda wrote a report about renovations, fireplace and architectural drawings regarding this London property to a particular Robert? All that Robert Vadra needs to say is never. Was there an email reply to Sumit Chadda regarding renovation on this? Was any email from Robert Vadra used in connection with a London property to any gentleman called Sumit Chadda? Did Robert Vadra have any direct or indirect, conscious or unconscious, knowing or unknowing, right, by his own volition or by someone else's volition, have any communication with a person called Sanjay Bhandari? It's as simple as that. Go and say no, never, absolutely not. We'll print that. One second. Because, listen to me. Robert De Niro does not have an assistant called Manoj Arora. I don't know any Manoj Arora. I'm not saying Manoj Arora is Robert Vadra's assistant. I don't know any Manoj Arora. But there is a reference to a Manoj Arora. I don't know who he is. Maybe it's some Manoj Arora we don't know. Maybe it's a Manoj Arora who has no link to any politician or prospective politician or budding politician. In this case, Robert Vadra, I can only describe him as a budding politician. Sambit Patra, back to the debate tonight. So many questions are emerging. There is a mention of a sign-off in an email reply to Sumit Chadda, who's an alleged relative of Sanjay Bhandari as Robert. Who is this Robert? Anyone knows?
Arnab, can I just come
by
in
the
for
way, do you remember the
seconds?
old Robert from the Ajit movies?
No, let's
Yeah,
not
I
be
thought
facetious.
so. Mr. Hegde, I
Sanjay,
thought
let's
that
not be
joke is
facetious.
Robert.
Let's not trivialize this very serious issue.
Sambit Patra.
Can I come in, please?
No, I'm just asking
Mr.
you,
Goswami,
since we are all in the realm of
Sanjay, please allow me to
speculation.
Mr. Hegde will be fired by
No,
Congress.
okay, just a minute.
Don't make
Sanjay,
such a
I-
joke.
Just a minute.
I'm making a
over
serious
here. You are a
point.
lawyer. Please
Just a
argue
minute,
like a lawyer.
Unless
Let's
you
fight
can
the case.
prove-
Yeah. Viewers, come on.
Let's fight the case.
Let's debate this on points. Viewers.
Let me present my facts. You counter me. Number one, as far as Mr. Sanjay Bhandari is concerned,
You have
as per the media
suppositions, not
reports,
facts.
whatever we speak today is as per the media reports.
You
Media
have
reports say that
suppositions, you
Sanjay
don't have
Bhandari is
facts
under
today.
the
That's
lenses
my
of
point.
investigative agencies because of the fact that his company, which was formed in 2008, started with a meager amount of 1 lakh rupees, and today it's a multi-crore company, and it's because of shell companies that he formed. He's an arms dealer, we know that. Now he has Benami properties as well. So naturally, he's a man under investigation, he's a man under lens. Now there are multiple
he has
emails
friends in both
exchanged
parties.
between Robert and Sanjay Bhandari. So naturally, even if Robert Vadra knows Sanjay Bhandari, the question in public life would be, what was the close association between Robert Vadra and Sanjay Bhandari, who is otherwise a mysterious personality? Second point is, well, Sanjay Hegde, with all due respect, I mean, look, your house may be decorated by your friends when you buy a property or you may buy a flat, but it's not a simplistic case as that. Here is a Benami property in London. Emails are being shot from
How
Delhi
do you know
by
it is
one Robert.
Benami? Whose name is it in the first place?
Mayfair
If
Properties.
it
Sir,
is in
I told
Mayfair's
right from the
name,
very beginning,
or-
I'm reading from the
so
media reports.
How can you say it is
because I am
Benami?
not privy to any
Unless
reports.
you know
Whatever the
who the
media is
original
reporting,
owner
Okay,
is.
if it is okay, then we say, why that logic? One second, Sambit, let me play arbiter in the course of this discussion. Please. If you may, please allow me to come in.
Yes.
1 minute. So the argument put is,
But,
okay, 1 second.
But, my
Just
lord,
1 second.
my case is
Let
not
us imagine
complete.
there is a
Allow
weird
me to keep
situation.
my case
Sambit
completely.
Patra, remember one thing. Remember, the world is full of possibilities. Okay? And among the realm of possibilities is the possibility that tomorrow if Sambit Patra buys a house, he will go on the streets, right? And hold a placard and say, I bought a house, do you want to decorate it? And then the next person walks over, says, Sambit Patra, I will decorate your house. And you will say, say, and that person will come and say, listen, my name is Robert. And you'll say, okay, you'll say, Robert, you decorate my house. You'll not ask whether he's Robert
No,
De
he will
Niro,
ask whether your
Robert
house is in
X,
London.
Robert Y, or Robert
You're
V.
right. But let me answer
But the question
this.
is, but
Then
the question
why
is,
so much of,
at the same point,
why all these things happening so discreetly? If Robert Vadra was only the interior
think you reply
decorator,
that.
as per this presumption of yours, then when upon investigation, this Bhandari was questioned by the investigative agencies, he would have subjected the papers to the effect that, oh, he was just the
That's the
interior
point.
decorator,
Very
that
good.
is all. He should have said, he
How
should have
can
replied to the investigative
anything
agencies.
that Bhandari does
Are
or
you
not
serious?
do
This property does not
prove
belong to
anything
Robert Vadra.
about
He's just
somebody
the interior
else?
decorator.
Samprit, only one question.
Arey Baba,
But it did
somebody
not do
asked
that.
me about Sambit Patra. I keep quiet. What does it prove about Sambit Patra? Nothing. That's pure logic.
Sambit Patra is not the matter of discussion today, Baba.
No,
There is a
Robert
person,
Vadra is
viewers, let
X or
us be
Y.
clear about
So,
it, viewers, so we
Sir,
understand the gravity of the
Sanjay
discussion.
Bhandari remained
Navika,
quiet
I think, just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Viewers, we need to look at
You say that
this.
it
We
was
need
just
to
the
look at
interior
this.
decorator.
We need to look at this because I do firmly believe in the old proverb which says, there is no thing like a free lunch. Nobody gets a free lunch. And I don't know any politician or politician
no smoke
stooge
without a fire.
or politician shadow,
And
right?
we know how
Or
big a fire
politician's
this
reality
Robert Vadra
or
is.
politician's falsehood who gets a free lunch. So if someone tells me tonight that someone got a free lunch, I don't buy that argument. We are talking now, viewers, of a very, very expensive house
Including
that
Lalit
has
Modi.
allegedly
Who paid for the
has
lunch?
links with a person, and we need to talk about the person we are talking about. And viewers, we still await the legal reply from Robert Vadra's lawyers. The moment we get it, we put it on air. In our fairness, we put the question out at 8 o'clock tonight. We're still waiting for a specific reply. I have written today in the last line of our letter, we are aware of your general response on the issue, but please respond specifically to specific questions. We request you to respond by 10 p.m. And our fifth question is, have you ever had any direct or indirect communication with Sanjay Bhandari? And this question is relevant because, Navika, this person, Sanjay Bhandari, is, and you can tell us more about it, being investigated for serious financial violations linked to 35 suspected shell companies between 2009 and 2014. So you have a person who's made crores of rupees, right, with rapid escalation of money, becoming a multi-crore venture, which is now the subject of serious investigation of financial crime investigators. So you need to reply. If anyone's putting a question on whether you have links with Sanjay Bhandari.
Don't forget, it was not during UPI rule.
No, maybe.
It was under Congress rule it happened.
The question is more imperative
he
because
made money during that time.
You cannot say I've never had any business links if there is any email exchange between your people and Sanjay Bhandari's people. That's all. If there is any email exchange between your people and the people linked to a dubious arms dealer, then it becomes a grave matter, Navika. It then becomes a grave matter.
That's right, and that's the subject matter of the tax department. The tax department and several other agencies looking at Sanjay Bhandari and all the material that they've collected from raids on 18 places connected with Sanjay Bhandari.
That's
and
right.
One of the important things that is under investigation is the purchase of this flat, this particular property in London, and of course the email exchanges where we are discussing fireplaces, paintings, chandeliers, and window sizes, and of course payments made for that.
So what Kumar Ketkar's response to all of this is, it's Robert Vadra's problem, not the Congress party's problem.
Obviously, and another thing, there are...
No, but you forget, one second, but you forget a very important bit of information there. Robert Vadra is the Congress party's problem. No, but you forget a very important fact that Robert Vadra is the Congress party's problem, isn't it? No, Kumar Ketkar, is Robert Vadra the Congress party's problem or not?
Robert Vadra cannot be linked with Congress party. You can link him as...
Is he not the actually?
Sonia's son-in-law. He got Z security because he's Sonia's son-in-law or because Congress support. Why did he get Z security? Who paid for the security? Mr. Ketkar, who paid for the security? Where did he make money? Where did Sanjay Bhandari make money? All during Congress rule.
I can cite 100 examples where sons-in-laws and daughters-in-laws belong to different parties.
Yes.
And
but he doesn't know.
Fathers-in-law are different parties.
He has enjoyed benefits of the... He has enjoyed the benefits. He has enjoyed the fruits of government. Don't forget... He has made money during Congress regime. Do you think allegedly? Money is not alleged. This is alleged. His real estate dealings are not allegedly. He has got estates in Congress rule states. Are you denying that?
Investigation 1 minute.
Yes, okay.
I repeat,
allegedly. But he is a son-in-law. That is not alleged. No. Son-in-law is real.
And daughters-in-laws are linked with the parties.
But sir, he has made all alleged transactions during Congress rules. He has transferred all during Congress rules. Don't forget that. He got all protection during Congress rules. Don't forget that.
I repeat tonight. I give the
free lunches. We have seen how Lalit Modi got the free lunches.
Okay,
now come to that. So you were after Lalit Modi for 2 months without any charges. Now you feel there should be no free charges. And you are blaming him all the time for it. And there was no charges.
Last reply from Sanjay Bhandari to you tonight, Sanjay.
And there was no charges. But he went on crucifying him.
In this debate, can I make my point? Mr. Ketkar, there are too many coincidences. Look, I mean, if you go into the timeline of most of these cases, since last few days, we have been discussing about the naval warship scam, we have been discussing about Augusta West plan, and today we discuss about this Benami property in London. Look at the timeline everywhere. 2008 and 2010.
There were 20 journalists,
everything
so-called 20 journalists in Augusta.
Don't spare them. Don't spare them.
Mr. Ketkar,
where are those 20 journalists?
Sir, please allow me to complete. You call yourself a journalist, you don't allow other spokespersons to speak. Don't behave as a Congress spokesperson, sir. Please allow the empty chair.
I am not behaving like Congress spokesman.
Where is the Congress spokesman? Empty chair.
Allow me to complete.
Congress spokesperson chair is empty.
Don't look disturbed when I attack the Congress. Am I attacking you? I'm attacking the Congress party. Why are you so disturbed? I'm not attacking you. I'm speaking about the Congress party and its scams. Why are you so disturbed?
I am not disturbed at all. I am not disturbed.
That's please, if you're not disturbed, then don't disturb. Stop disturbing, smile and reply when you are asked to. My question is, too much of coincidences. Between 2008 and 2010, lots was happening as far as the arms dealing, as far as the military operation dealings were concerned. Look, the Augusta Westland was between 2008 and 2010. We have this new case coming up now that you have exposed between 2008 and 2010. The naval warship, again with an Italian connection.
Right.
Remember, the Finmeccanica was an Italian connection.
And two Italian mariners have been released.
Connection. These too many connections does not serve right. You know, there is something to read into it, and that's the reason as to why probably the investigative agencies are doing their duties. Let's wait, let's watch, and probably the truth would be out.
Okay, viewers.
Two Italian mariners have been released.
Viewers, on that I close, and I want to bring your attention to the
Italian mariners have been released, and nobody is raising a question. And the argument is that they were released, they could be released because the case against them was very weak.
Again, alleged.
Okay.
Again, alleged.
Actual, it is also.
Now that is actual.
When the case
somebody else puts a file that is alleged.
Was weak.
Okay, viewers.
Case against them was made
Who
very
made
weak.
the case?
Viewers,
Your government made the case.
Italian mariners
made the case.
Italian mariners are released, and nobody's talking a word about it.
Government to spoil the case.
For last 2 years, I think there is a BJP government.
But the case is much before that. Case is much before that. Don't forget. They are spoiling the case.
You have the
They have spoiled
evidence.
Augusta case.
Our job is to ask the questions.
But you have evidence against 2010.
Viewers, I have only one question tonight before I close, and my only question is tonight, a certain Robert wanted chandeliers of a certain type for a certain London house in a certain Bryanston Square. I ask you tonight, who should answer who that certain Robert is? I would have loved the empty chair to answer, but since it can't, we'll await a response from whoever Robert that is. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.